So if you guys are anything like me and you absolutely love in the springtime when you've got all these nice fresh greens that are starting to come out and you like foraging, let me show you two of my favorite things that I forage first thing in the spring. This is going to be the first one. So most people just call these onion chives, which you can go ahead, you can absolutely just use the greens. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull any out right now. Oh, I might if I get the whole... Nope! I was going to say if I can get the whole cluster, but got the whole cluster of greens. If you can get the bulbs out though, and I don't know what it is about these are spicy, but you can eat the greens just like this. And they are so good. If you can manage to get... Oh, those are really deep. Maybe that's why I couldn't get them. If you can manage to get the actual bulbs out, they are fantastic to go ahead and throw in saute dishes and stuff like that. Oh, my mom got a cluster of them. There we go. So these are obviously little bitty. Most things that you're going to forage is not going to be like, you know, stuff that you're going to find in the store. But when you end up getting these bad little boys out of the ground, then what you can do is you can go ahead and you can just nip off the roots, and then this outer, I guess, layer of leaf. Let me get my phone situated so I can actually see this. So this outer layer, you can go ahead and you can just pull it off, and you've got a perfect, nice, clean onion underneath. Oops, there we go. That you can just munch on. But like I said, you got to be careful because they are hot. Onion. And they're so good. They're so tender. They are going to clear your sinuses. Absolutely. You know what's crazy? That one was not nearly as spicy as the greens that I've been eating. Super crazy. Super good though. And they're very good for you. Like health-wise, they are good for you. I am a huge supporter of food as medicine. And if you can get out and you can forage your food, it's going to be a million times better for you than anything you're going to get from the grocery store. Facts. Okay, so my number 2 for top things to forage first thing in the spring is going to be dock. Now, there's all different kinds of dock that are out there. The one that we have in my area, probably the most, is going to be curly dock. And let me show you this stuff. Okay, so my mom was telling me that the curly dock is the same as yellow dock, but that is not the same as bitter dock or broadleaf dock. So just, if you're gonna go out and you're obviously gonna do some foraging, do your research first. If you can have a handy dandy little book with you that helps you identify stuff, even better. All right, so this is our curly dock, and this one's actually pretty good size already. You can go ahead and you can eat these bigger leaves. They do start to usually get, like you can see, you know, it's turned a little bit brown there, and it's got some yellow spots. You'll usually see bugs start getting to them once they're a little bit bigger, but they are still really good. You can put these in a salad. I like sauteing mine up into breakfast omelets, or doing them with some potatoes, or I mean, there's tons and tons of things. Anything that you would use like almost spinach type things with, you can do with curly dock. It's got so many uses. The ones that you really want though are going to be these shoots that are down in the center, and they've actually got like like a connection point in there that they will break from. So I just use my thumbnail and I stick it in there and it'll just snap right off. And they have this casing on them that when you're cleaning them before you eat them, you want to pull that off. It is slimy. Just so you know. The first time I ever experienced this, I was like, oh my gosh! But it was just because I didn't know about it. So I'm going to collect some for eating later on today.
They're like asparagus.
My mom said they're like asparagus. There's a whole bunch of it along here, so got plenty. Okay, so we've got a nice little collection of curly dock / yellow dock. Got a whole bunch of onion chives. Okay, so this is the broadleaf or bitter dock that we've got. And as you can see, there is quite a bit of difference in the shape of the leaves. So this is the yellow dock or curly dock. And this is very wide and short compared to these long, narrow, almost spear-shaped leaves. And my mom was saying that this center vein, when it gets older, it'll actually turn red. So, and then they also, these are more of a flat or matte kind of look to them, whereas these ones almost have a little bit of, trying to reference it to like paint, it would be like almost like an eggshell. So yeah, those are some distinct differences. They are both still sticky and gooey when you're picking them, so caution on that. You got plenty of stuff that'll end up getting stuck to you, but it's good for you. They're really nutritious. Okay, so I'm back at home getting my curly dock all cleaned up, and I wanted to show you guys. So I was telling you to have like these sections at the bottom, and you can see where this one has got a section. It's right here, and you can just dig your nail in right underneath them and they snap really easy. And then this casing is what you just pull right off. I don't eat that part, but then you've got these beautiful tender shoots that are completely edible. And yeah, you just go ahead and kind of saute them up like you would asparagus or spinach or really any kind of green. You can use these in place of. And I will go ahead and I'll save not only the shoots, but also the leaves. The bigger leaves are very, very good as well. And as long as everything is in like its younger stages, it's nice and tender. Like most greens, once they get older, they do tend to get a little bit tougher. But I mean, I've honestly eaten them in all stages. This is just probably my favorite. Getting ready to make a quick snack before I go out and try to get some more of my to-do list finished, turn it into my to-done list. And there is the cleaned off onions that my mom had managed to pull out of the ground. As you can see, they are definitely really small, but they do pack a punch, and they are just so fantastic when it comes to the flavor. So there you have it. All right, so I got my curly dock and my onion chives in here. Pan, butter, put it all in. I'll add a couple eggs, salt, pepper, pretty basic, super fantastic. And a bit of shredded parm, because we fancy.